Hi, it's Jamie from Conscious Man Attraction. One of my intentions with these videos is to share with you my perspective as a man, more specifically as a conscious man, and hopefully give you some insights that will help you on your path as a conscious woman wanting to meet a quality man. So today I thought I'd talk to you about what makes me interested in a woman in the context of online dating, and share with you what's going through my head when I'm looking at profiles of women. Some of this is probably specific to me, to my particular preferences in women, but I think a lot of it is also typical for most conscious men. Well, the very first thing I'm looking for, of course, is the photo. Now, this is absolutely the most important thing for catching a man's attention, so you need to make it really good. I'm attracted to a genuine smile. A good clear photo of her smiling immediately stops me to want to know more about her. A great smile transmits to me that she could be a cheerful, happy, fun kind of person. And that's probably the kind of woman that most, if not all, conscious men want. Of course, I'm also looking for someone who is my type, and, well, yes, I do have a certain type when it comes to physical looks, but that doesn't mean I won't look at anyone else. If the smile is there and she's projecting some cheerful sparkle, well, I could get interested in anyone, even if she's not exactly my type. And I think a lot of men are similar in this regard. We men are very visually orientated and usually have a certain type, but conscious man is very much open to pretty much any type if there's some sparkle and some connection. So the next thing I do is I take a quick look at some of the fundamentals in her profile, things which meet my essential requirements, the deal breakers, so to speak. For me personally, that's things like age range, wants children, has a healthy lifestyle, no smoking, regular exercise, that kind of thing. On a dating website, that kind of info is usually listed in a specific section. On swiping apps, there's less of that info, so these things will have to be ascertained through conversation. Okay, if those things all check out, I then read her profile description in more detail. So what I'm generally looking for here is to feel some good vibes, some positive energy, and that, I think, is what probably appeals to most genuine conscious men. I may have my dating preferences, but it's really the overall vibe that would inspire me to want to reach out and send a message. We conscious men are really looking for a woman who is open to growing and learning. After all, that's what it means to be conscious, right? So we want to be with a conscious woman. I love it when I see that she has some kind of personal growth practice. I'm not fussy about exactly what that is. I mean, it could be anything like meditation, yoga, journaling, getting out into nature, whatever. For me, it's important that she's actively doing something to cultivate an inner connection with herself, with the universe at large. And a genuine conscious man will find that very attractive. It shows that she has some sense of deep purpose, that she has depth to her, that makes her very intriguing and interesting and, well, desirable for a quality man. When I see that in a profile, I can't help but begin to imagine a future with someone like that, growing together, inspiring each other to be our best self. I don't know if that's just me, but I'm sure we all do that to some extent, right? As an emotionally mature man, my intentions with dating are centered around wanting to find a life partner, not for wanting to play the field, not to just pass the time in someone's company, not for some entertainment because I'm bored with my life. And that's the big difference between us conscious men and immature, low quality guys. Our intentions are different, our values are different, and so we're attracted to different things, not just physical looks. So when I'm looking at online profiles, there are some things that immediately turn me off. Unclear photos, dark, blurry photos, no smiling photos, only photos of her with sunglasses where you can't see her eyes. Also, too many group photos. where you have to squint and stare to try and identify her from the others. One or two group photos is fine, and actually that makes you look like a sociable and fun person. But if the majority of photos are like that, honestly, I just can't be asked to scroll and squint and I've seen and heard about this all the time from men. We don't like to have to spend ages scrolling and squinting to find out what you look like. If you're not confident about showing a bright, clear photo of yourself, then you're probably not ready to be doing online dating. Another huge turnoff is a profile description that starts with ranting about all the bad things that guys do on online dating. Okay, the internet is a big bad world, we get it, but if you lead with bitterness and anger, then I'm going to steer clear of that negativity, and I think most quality men would do the same. It's not inspiring, it's not attractive. The same goes for filling your profile description with a long list of things you don't want in a man. Okay, mention one or two things if they're important to you, but to set out Magna Carta of requisites, it just gives the impression of being an over-demanding control freak. And who wants to date an over-demanding control freak? And profiles that start out with a warning about her difficult personality. I mean, what's with that? Why do women do that? I'm really going to want to get to know someone because of her difficult and moody personality. We conscious men are not looking for a perfectly together, super confident power woman like you often see in some of those fashion and perfume ads. We want a woman who's authentic and is happy just being her natural self, including all your quirks and imperfections. We all get bad days, grumpy moods, but you don't need to explain that in your profile. Men are attracted to you because of the energy and the vibe you're projecting. So if you lead with those negative aspects of yourself, then you'll only end up attracting guys who reflect that. If you want to attract a man who's authentic, who's happy, who's confident, then you need to project that similar vibration in your online profile. So that's pretty much all there is to it. As you can probably see, this is all about being your natural self, being authentic to who you are, and expressing that in a cheerful and positive way. If you can do that, you'll get a quality conscious man intrigued and interested to know more about you. Now, I just wanted to add a little bonus here about something I saw in a woman's profile once, which really blew me away. She wrote a brief paragraph about looking for a man who has that balance with his own feminine, who can dance and learn with a deep, wild woman, and that she wants to be able to, to learn from him and to respect him and to give him his sacred space. And those were pretty much her exact words, if I remember. Now, this for me was amazing. It was so powerful. She described the essence of being a conscious man, which I believe is about embracing both the masculine and the feminine within us. And she conveyed a highly attractive sense of passion, talking about dancing and learning and being wild, and a sense of her connection to her true spiritual self, her connection with her natural feminine, her essence as a deep, wild woman. And when she says she wants to learn from him and respect him, that conveys to me that she knows how to make a guy feel like a true man by honoring his masculine, his instinct to protect, to guide and teach. And then finally, she talked about offering to hold a sacred space for her man. For a conscious relationship, this is the way to welcome a quality man into your life. I'm sure you know that feeling of needing to feel safe with a man before you can really open up to him. Well, we conscious men, we also need that. We need to feel that we are in a safe space with a woman before we open up and decide to commit to her. So anyway, I'm not saying you have to write a profile exactly like that, but I just wanted to give you that as an insight into what kind of things appeal to a genuine conscious man. The most important thing is to express yourself just as you are, in a way that's natural to you, quirks and all. It's your uniqueness that is so beautiful and sexy for a quality-conscious man. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you found some of this useful or interesting, and I'll see you soon in the next video.